The Endless Feast is proudly sponsored by the Edmonton Economic Development Corporation, the Montana Office of Tourism, and the Foundation for the Mid-South.
The Endless Feast travels the continent to explore and celebrate local food at its source. It's the connection between where our food comes from, it's the farmers, the producers, the people who cook it, and the people in the community who are eating their food every day.
There's so many things in our society that divide us, and what we eat can really bring us together.
It's about eating a gourmet meal made by a local chef, served in a gorgeous outdoor setting.
It's wonderful. It's really good.
I think everybody's going to walk away with the feeling that they've been to a very special event.
The Endless Feast is a celebration of sustainable agriculture, which is something that I feel a lot of joy about because it means we will be able to feed ourselves and our great-great-great-grandkids for generations to come.
If you treat the earth right, it will give back to you. And to me, that's what an Endless Feast is all about.
Come take a seat at our gorgeous table and join me in celebrating the Endless Feast. Cheers.
Cheers! Here's to the farm.
Yeah, here's to the farm, yeah.
This week's feast is in the Mississippi Delta. Driving along, you see lots of cotton fields with these beautiful white blooms. You see flatlands and trees at the end, and all these old farmhouses that have that really rustic appeal of slightly run down, but in a beautiful way.
I'm Elizabeth High School, and I'm a chef by trade, and I'm also the feast organizer. I'm really excited that eBeth is going to be able to have the opportunity to come and see our beautiful farmers market. Taylor, the chef for the feast, will be there. She's going to purchase a few things that she'll need for the feast.
I have a restaurant here in Greenwood called Delta Bistro, and it is Southern eclectic. My philosophy when it comes to food is cook whatever you have, and it's better if it came from where you are. You want to come check it out?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Our farmers market has been going for about 2 years now. It actually started when we were all very inspired by Alice Waters. She came and spent a weekend with us here. Of course, she spoke the importance of sustainability, of local growers. So after that was when the farmers market was really born.
This is gorgeous.
Yeah, these
How are
greens
you?
look good.
Good. How are you doing?
Fine. This is what I'm interested in down here. These are the greens.
Greens, they're $1.
Those
And they've
are my
got turnips on there
favorite.
too, right? So I can use those.
I see one
Yeah, I
little
think
one
they do
down
have a
there.
few little turnips. We have incredible support from the community. When I just know that as the future goes on, the more they're going to learn that, you know, this is an important way to live and it's an important way to eat, and it will continue to grow.
This week's feast is all about celebrating community and coming together around local food. People here have always had a garden. They've always shared and swapped whatever they've been growing to create incredible meals together. We still see a growing movement here towards sustainable farmers, small family-owned farms, producing food for their community.
We're just so thrilled that you're here, and we are planning an amazing feast.
I am so looking forward to seeing
It's
what
gonna
you
be
do with all
great.
this great stuff.
Thanks.
My name is Donald Bender. I'm the baker at the Mockingbird Bakery. Make all the breads for all the restaurants in Greenwood, and I do the farmers market on Saturdays. How are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
I hear you're the best bread maker in these parts.
Well, I'm getting ready for the bread for the feast right now. I probably make about 20 different types of bread. The sourdough and the long rise artisan breads, ciabatta, flavored breads.
Are you making some of that for the feast too?
Yep, I got some right here.
Ooh.
And I'm making some cheddar chive biscuits for the feast. That'll go good with all the food, I
Biscuits are
think.
really good too.
For the feast, I'm making 8 jalapeno cornbread loaves, 8 ciabatta loaves, and about 120 cheddar chive, roasted garlic, buttermilk biscuits. And that's gonna go with the catfish and the greens that Taylor's cooking.
So do you use a lot of local stuff here when you make your biscuits and breads?
We'll try to do more local than anything. We use the chives from our farmer's market.
Even though we're in the South and people think of Southern food as heavy, there's ways to use that food and make it Southern without making it healthy for you.
What's coming out of there?
Let's see, I got some onion buns for Taylor's
That looks so
restaurant.
good. Can you open that one again?
Yeah.
Oh, that looks so delicious.
I try not to use any butter or shortening or fats. I stay low on dairy, so most of my breads are very simple. It's flour, yeast, salt, and water, and a lot of fermentation.
I don't have to manipulate the food as much when all the ingredients are perfect to begin with.
Oh, you hear that? You make perfect bread.
That's nice.
Thanks so much.
It's nice
It
to
was a
meet
pleasure
you, Beth.
to meet you.
Okay,
Look
take
forward
care.
to seeing you at the feast.
Bye, Taylor.
Bye, Donald.
For the feast, we're providing freshwater prawns, and Taylor is going to do just a delectable dish with freshwater prawns and cheese grits, sort of your traditional, prawns and grits. So we're really excited about it. She always does a great job.
Welcome to Lauren Farms.
Well, thank you. I cannot wait. I've never seen a prawn. It's going to be so cool.
We have a wonderful story about the freshwater prawns to tell you, and it all begins here in the hatchery. What we do when we harvest, and we're going to be showing you that in just a little while, we'll be hand selecting the live animals out of the pond. So what we do here is we just keep them warm and comfortable. We'll feed them a wonderful high protein feed and keep the water quality just perfect for our hatch beginning in February. They just have a lot of health benefits to them. It has fewer calories, it has low iodine and low sodium, and that gives other species more of a fishy taste, and these really are mild and they taste like lobster.
The cool thing about this farm is that they use all fresh water. They don't use any kind of chemicals whatsoever in the feed or in the water or on the land. So it's a sustainable operation, and actually they're trying to move towards being organic, just getting the certification, which I think is great.
The prawns are free range. They love to forage and eat the natural productivity of the ponds. They eat a minimum of feed throughout the year, and the water quality is tested on a daily basis.
And what we're doing here now is we're taking one of the ponds and we're doing a drain harvest on prawns. Wow. So we're letting the water come out of the pond, and as the water comes out of the pond, we capture them on the outside and then going into the sock, and then we'll be taking them. It's a catfish sock. All it is a box with no top, and then we'll take the prawns out doing just like they're doing now.
The prawn farm was great. They have it down to a science there.
I'm really excited to taste them, because I like lobster and I like shrimp, and I'm excited to try it. Today I'm at McCarty's Pottery to pick up some bowls and also some herbs for the feast. Hello.
This is Uncle Lee.
Good to meet you, Uncle Lee.
And this is Stephen.
Hi, Stephen.
Pleasure to have you.
Great to meet you.
And this is Jamie.
Hi.
One of the things that we decided to do is, instead of having the food plated by Taylor, what they're actually going to do is fill McCarty pottery bowls. And everything will just be placed on each table. So it will really have that sense of community, of togetherness, because they'll literally be passing these bowls around and then filling their own plates. Tell her exactly what the black marking is.
The black mark represents the Mississippi River, which is 12 miles as the crow flies.
If you have time, we'll go to the gardens and pick some herbs for the feast.
Oh, sure. Let's do it.
Terrific.
Great, let's go. I am one of the original founders of McCarty Pottery, which was founded in Uncle Albert's old mule barn. I was very interested in gardening because I have a degree in botany, so my gardens have evolved from that. This is one of the herb gardens, and we've had an abundance of rain.
Yes.
This is basil.
Wow.
And even though it's flowered, it's still absolutely fabulous. It will just be absolutely beautiful. Let's look down here at this purple basil.
So how's Taylor going to use all this in the feast?
What she's going to do is incorporate it in the salad, and it's really going to add a huge variety, not only in texture, but also in taste.
We took a tour of the herb garden and got to pick some purple and green basil and also some beautiful red persimmons. That is a great treat.
Isn't it beautiful? They are jewels. And we are going to get some persimmons that we'll actually use in the tablescape.
These are such amazing bowls. They're so beautiful. We're gonna have the same ones at the feast?
Yes, we are though, and also the dinnerware and other serving pieces. I think we can go back to the studio now and we'll show you how we make it.
Welcome to one of our studios.
It's beautiful.
And I thought you all might be interested in this piece.
Meeting Uncle Lee at McCarty's was so amazing. He is a living legend in the world of pottery. He has pottery work in the Smithsonian. He's known all around the world. And even though he has all of this worldwide acclaim, he is the most down-to-earth, charming, kind, and generous man.
So the first pieces that were made in the pottery were made from Mr. Bill Faulkner's clay pit in 1950.
This is gorgeous.
My wife came home and designed this vase to kind of commemorate our visit to Japan.
How fantastic. Wonderful. Do all of these pieces have a story?
Every piece has a story.
Come on, Edith.
I'm coming.
All right, what we're going to do right now is I'm going to throw the bowl, well, a bowl like the one y'all are going to use for the feast.
How many bowls are we going to get?
I believe you're going to get 100.
How long does it take you to make that many? I mean,
4 to 6 weeks.
4 to 6
again,
weeks.
The drying time is the
thing. Whoa, I can't believe you just did that so quick.
We'll let this cut better. And that's
And you're just done, just like that.
for the feast, okay?
Thank you so much. Well,
That would defeat
Man,
the
I'll
purpose
rub
of the
it
gloves,
out
wouldn't it?
for
There
you.
you go. All right.
Ebeth and I are at Robert Wright's farms. They are providing the catfish for the feast.
Good to meet you.
We have approximately 1,500 acres of catfish ponds. We have 90 ponds, and we raise catfish year-round. Most of my catfish are sold right here within a 20-mile radius. This pond has around 70 to 80,000 pounds of marketable catfish in it right now,
Wow.
ready for market.
That's a lot.
What do you feed them?
It is primarily corn and soybean meal based with vitamins and minerals added. I consider it to be organic. We are probably the most organic farm there is. We're very fortunate here to have an abundant supply of fresh water from aquifers, and everything seems to work great. This is the best part about fish farming. We're harvesting fish today.
Yeah.
And we're gonna seine this pond behind us. When you harvest a pond, we call it seining. That's the piece of equipment that's used, is a seine, a nylon net. And we have a piece of equipment on each side of the pond, and we pull a net through the pond. And we gather the fish up in one corner and put them in a sock, which is a net with a bottom in it. We're harvesting this pond, and the guys, the seining crew, is starting to crowd these fish up now. The tighter they get, the more activity you'll see because the fish are being confined.
Is that them in the middle?
That's them
over
right there. They're starting to wiggle and move around. The next step will be the guys on the seining crew will bring a boom truck, a crane over here that was set up behind us, and they will start dipping up these fish and putting them on a live haul truck with blowers, oxygen, enriched water. And we'll put these fish on those trucks. It's the last time I'll see them, unless they're on my plate.
Well, thank you so much for showing us around.
Anytime.
Chef Mary Hoover is a local chef here in Greenwood. Some of her friends and family have made some pies, sweet potato, pecan, and peach for the feast.
I'm very excited to taste the pie because I know the pies are cooked with love, to soothe the soul.
So how'd you get them to make these pies for you?
I just call them and ask them.
Just like that, they make all
Friends
these
do
pies.
that.
It's great going around and picking up homemade pies to know that they've been made by the hands of the community, by women who live here, who love the land, who love the local food, and who love to cook. Mary is such a trooper. Even with a broken foot, she's still coming around with me, picking up pies, and still in the kitchen helping Chef Taylor with the feast.
Feast is tomorrow, and so we're finishing up our prep.
So Mary, how many pounds of greens do you have?
Probably about 26 to maybe 27 bunch. But they worth the time, cutting and chopping and doing a lot of everything. It's worth the time. Just cook them down low until they start shaking in the pot.
What does that mean, shaking in the pot?
That means they just start shaking like they're happy.
Oh, there's those prawns. Wow. They look pretty amazing.
We're peeling them, but we're gonna leave the heads on and get all that good flavor out of there.
Awesome. What else do you have to do today?
Well, we're kind of rough chopping these tomatoes here, and we're gonna roast them in some oil and garlic to get all the flavor out of them we can. At the table, we're gonna serve everything family style, and we're gonna do prawns with stewed tomatoes and pork belly over cheese grits. We're serving muscadine brine smoked catfish, greens, sweet potatoes, lady peas and okra, and cheddar chive biscuits.
And what do you have over there?
And over here, mine is squeezing a bunch of muscadine grapes to make a little brine for the catfish there. And we're gonna kind of caramelize the catfish when we smoke it with the muscadine juice.
Oh my goodness.
And it'll seal it up real nice and put a good flavor on it.
Is that it? All you gotta
that's
do?
It.
That sounds like a lot, but not too
Tomorrow we're gonna make some grits and just get everything prepared tomorrow on site.
Thanks a lot for letting me hang out. It was great to meet you. I'll see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Thank you. It's feast day. It is a beautiful day, sunny, no clouds. It should be fabulous.
Dockery Farms, which is where we're going to have the feast, is a lot of people would say it's where the blues started, simply because Charlie Patton grew up there. Many other blues singers came to learn from him, like Robert Johnson, Howlin' Wolf. These blues singers really had a captive audience on this plantation. This long table is so important because it's everyone sitting shoulder to shoulder, you know, next to one another, all connected.
We're setting the tables today with a crisp white linen, but we're gonna top that with these great burlap bags.
And see, the thing that's so wonderful is that with this burlap, we've got the cotton gin right here, which of course all the cotton bales were wrapped in the burlap. And so it really, you know, it couldn't be more perfect.
Adorning our table are some bittersweet vines. They have these incredible red and yellow little berries on them, as well as some persimmons from McCarty's garden. Also, some beautiful flowers in these gorgeous silver goblets, very Southern style. You know, we have to really do it up here. Preparation so far seems on schedule. I feel confident we're gonna get everything together. We have a great blues player here today. He's a one-man band. The kitchen is ready. Taylor's in there working hard, putting the final touches on all of her great dishes.
Hey, Beth.
How you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Look at this fantastically amazing kitchen you have.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
Nice?
This isn't like cooking outside.
No,
this
but
is fancy.
It's fun. It's camping out in style.
Sure is.
Let me show you. We've got our greens next door there.
Next pot here. Oh yeah, they look like mama's.
Yeah.
These are the ones that Miss Mary made?
Those are the ones that Miss Mary made.
These are fried green tomatoes, like a staple of the South. Green tomatoes, buttermilk, and then dredged in cornmeal, corn flour, and salt and pepper, and deep fried.
Okay, we got our green tomato. We just freshly took out the fryer over here, and we got them on this special platter, you know. And we got homemade pimento cheese.
It's about 3 hours till the guests arrive, and we've still got to smoke our catfish and make our grits. When it gets closer to time, we'll heat up the sweet potatoes, and then at the very last, we'll cook the prawns, because like shrimp, you know, you don't want to cook them too much.
Make all young girls living by my hand, and the whole world know. Hoochie coochie bean in the house. Well, I'm here, man.
One of the things that I'm most excited about with this feast, we have a phenomenal blues player that will be there. So as soon as our guests arrive, they will be greeted by the music of the blues.
The feast is about to start. People are arriving. I'm so excited. I'm gonna go talk to some folks, say hey, and maybe even get a drink. I have some fried green tomatoes with a pimento cheese sauce. I'm gonna take it around to the folks here and see what they think. Fried green tomatoes. It's really good. How is it?
Delicious. The appetizers are all done, and we're getting ready for the salad and the main course. We're gonna have a salad with local lettuces that my friend Mike grows, and I've got some herbs from McCarty and my garden. These are the prawns. We're trying to hurry them up just a tad bit so I can mix them in with the other stuff, the pork and the tomatoes. We're serving muscadine brine smoked catfish in moonshine. What'd you call it? Corn liquor. Corn liquor? Yeah. Corn liquor, white lightning, moonshine.
Explode.
We're using it for pepper. It's got a real fire to it. Everything's in motion here. We're pretty ready.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go eat. Are you ready? Yeah. Get ready. On your mark, get set, go.
We're going to have a gospel choir that will actually sing the blessing instead of say the blessing, which I cannot think of a more perfect way to start this feast.
Our Heavenly Father, in the mighty name of Jesus, oh God, we do thank you. Thanking you for allowing us to come together.
So we do hope that with this meal, you all will gain a connection between the land and the table. And if you all take that with you after you leave today, then this feast will have truly been endless. I want to introduce Taylor Ricketts, who is our chef, and we also have Mary Hoover, who is our other chef.
What we're trying to do here is take what we have available every day, every season, and try to make everybody appreciate what we have. We've got catfish, which is the pride around here. We've got prawns, we've got grits from right up the road. We've got some great bread too, made by Donald. We've got sweet potatoes that Mary's cooked up for us from over
in... The only thing you need in your greens is sugar, salt, and a little oil. And don't forget, you got to cook it with love. If you don't cook soul food with love, it's not going to taste good because it soothes the soul.
Taylor, I would also love for Uncle Lee McCarty to
Yes.
stand up and speak. All of his pottery is here. That's what you're eating off of.
First, let me enjoy the applause. How wonderful it is to be a part of this feast. The pottery is made of Mississippi clays, and we're so fortunate to have this attractive group of people here to dine with us. Thank you for asking us. They taste like lobster.
That's right, that's what they told us. And they do really, don't they? My favorite part of the meal was, surprisingly, the turnip greens. I'm just a huge fan of greens. I love them 5 million ways to Sunday, so I was really happy to have them.
I have to say that my absolute favorite dish was the catfish. That muscadine brine with the moonshine was brilliant. She smoked it beautifully. It was still unbelievably tender and so incredibly juicy.
I really liked the prawns on the stone ground grits. They were delicious.
She likes that pie too.
Yes, I do like that pie because she made it. The pie is excellent.
The desserts for the feast were really a treat today, first and foremost because they were made by the women of the community. There was pecan pie, sweet potato pie, some caramel cake. It was just incredible.
It's excellent.
It's delicious.
You know, I am absolutely in awe of how the feast went. It is amazing when you plan something for that long, you know, and then to have it all come together in a matter of, 3 or 4 hours. And it was a very, very special day.
When the sun was setting and everybody was full and happy, it really was a good feeling to know that we did a good thing here. I think everybody could tell the work and effort that went into the meal, and it was really special and really spiritual.
Learn more about this episode at www.endlessfeast.tv.
The Endless Feast is proudly sponsored by the Edmonton Economic Development Corporation. Edmonton, Canada's festival city, is home to 3,500 restaurants and 16 farmers markets offering fresh produce and Canadian game meats. We join the Endless Feast in educating communities to eat local. And the Montana Office of Tourism. You'll find Montana beef, craft brews, and dozens of other locally grown foods at farmers markets and restaurants from Yellowstone to Glacier National Parks. Montana's agricultural heritage is proudly supported by locals and travelers alike. Also, the Foundation for the Mid-South. The Mid-South, Arkansas, Louisiana, and Mississippi, is world-renowned for its close connection of food and culture. We join the Endless Feast in celebrating sustainable agriculture and the positive impact it has on health, wellness, and the economy.